Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Retro Monday, our favorite Monday because we get to do Company's Coming. Company's coming, guys, and we need something to give them. So let's try one of Jean Parr's squares. We're working our way through the book on page 12. So, and today's recipe is not much of a recipe. Coconut roll. Coconut roll. So simple. This is going to be a very short video, guys, because this is a very short recipe. 3 ingredients: half a cup of peanut butter, 1.5 cups of coconut, and 1 tablespoon of corn syrup. So let's see how this goes, guys. Okay, so we got our bowl here. It says mix coconut, peanut butter, and syrup together. Not very difficult. And our coconut, and 1 tablespoon of light or dark corn syrup. It says it didn't matter. And we have light, so we're going with the light. They used a lot of corn syrup back in the 80s. You don't find all that many recipes anymore with the corn syrup. People don't actually like it. So, but here we go. And now we just mix this together, and we're going to make a log. So I didn't know if I'd be able to mix with this spatula. I'm going to transfer over to a wooden spoon. This is just too sloppy. Okay. Yes. Basically, we're just getting that coconut into the peanut butter. A very simple thing here. It says mix together until dampened. What the heck does dampened mean? I would say mix together until incorporated. I'm going to have to use my hands, guys, because I feel like I'm going to be here all day. Dampened. We're getting very damp here. There we go. Dampened, I guess. It smells good. And then we're going to mix into a log. I got the fan on. It's blowing my parchment paper. Some of these recipes in here are so simple, it's hard to call them a recipe. And this is one of them. I'm just kind of making it go longer because when I cut them, I don't want them to be too fat, you know, too much peanut butter and coconut. All right, so it also says to roll in coconut and coat well. Coconut to coat. Here we go, our big jar of coconut. I'm just going to spread this on. We're just going to coat it. All right, guys, when we say nothing to it, we really mean nothing to it. Remember this at Christmas time when you need something really quick and easy to, you know, because sometimes squares can be very complicated, and you do, you know, one complicated square and another complicated square, and then you get tired of doing them. Well, then you can just throw something really simple and easy like this one onto your tray that doesn't take any work at all. Like none. Absolutely none. I don't even call this work. Okay, so now it says to roll it, wrap it, and store it in the refrigerator. Slice in thin slices to serve. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the refrigerator, and then I'm going to give it maybe an hour, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to cut it. All right, guys, we've had our coconut roll in the fridge, getting it nice and cold and firm, and it's really nice, and so it should be really easy to cut. I've also taken out of the freezer my Bubba rum roll because I'm going to fill it up with this. We're not going to eat all this, but I'm telling you guys, I'm getting a nice little collection. I got these Bubba rum rolls, and I have the fancy whip ups, and now I have the coconut roll. So when it comes party tea time, I'm going to have a nice little collection of stuff to pick from. So let's just put a little paper in there, and let's cut away. Wow, that didn't take long to firm up. These are very firm. There we are. Nice little coconut thing here. I'm just going to put them in there. Or this, I'm going to say, guys, was easy. Beyond easy. So next time you're making a party tray and you need a little something and you don't want to put any effort into it, here's your go-to. That one's a little funny shape. A nice little bridal shower or an afternoon tea. I've been watching videos on doing afternoon tea. I really want to have an afternoon tea. Hopefully one day in the future, maybe I'll get some of the grandkids and we'll have us a little afternoon tea. But look at how cute are those. How cute are those? Again, what's nice about these is that they keep their shape. And they're not messy. I'm just going to add some of this coconut that's left lying around here. So what's nice about these guys is that they keep their shape. So that's, if you ever try to do a nice square and it's mucky and it's messy, not these. There we are. All of 5 minutes. 5 minutes and we have some coconut, what's it called? Coconut roll. It's called a coconut roll. All right, guys. Let's try the end. Let's try a little coconut roll. See how it goes. It's coconutty. A nice hint of peanut butter. Pretty good mixture. Like those coconut chocolate bars. I could, if I was going to do anything too, like I could maybe melt some chocolate and dip those in chocolate. I should do that. That's what I should do. I should melt them and dip half of them in chocolate. Just a minute. I'm going to maybe upgrade. I'm going to upgrade Jean Parr's recipe. Stick with me. All right, guys. You ever get something at Christmas and you think nobody is ever going to eat that? This was a chocolate Christmas tree. My son-in-law got a gift basket. And it had all these really fancy, elaborate things on it. It was a very fancy gift basket. But it had this chocolate Christmas tree in it. And I'm like, nobody is going to eat that. At least, but they left it here at the house. So and I thought nobody here was going to eat it. But I thought, chocolate is way too expensive to waste. So I put it in a baggie and threw it in the freezer because I knew that, one day I would be baking something. Look, it has you can just take those little candies off. I would be baking something and I want a little bit of chocolate. And you know what's great? Free chocolate. That's what's great. Free chocolate. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this chocolate and I'm just going to melt it. And we're going to dip these in some chocolate. I'm not taking, look at, I threw in all kinds of little bits of chocolate. There's some other chocolate. I'm not very much. We don't need very much. There's hardly any of these things. So we'll just melt this and we'll get back. I'm gonna try the microwave. I'm just gonna do 30 seconds in the microwave with a tiny bit of butter. Okay, so I've just got a tiny bit of chocolate here, and I'm basically just going to dip the ends. I didn't do too much because I thought we would just have a few. Look at how great is that? That chocolate's free. And we'll just let that firm up. There's not enough to dip. So I'm just going to put it on with my spoon. All right, that's it for our Retro Monday. Some coconut roll. And I was just thinking in my head, I actually really like this. I thought I could eat this whole roll. I could sit down and eat this whole roll. And then I remembered, oh, wait, you don't really want any sugar. And then I was like, wow, wait a sec. There's no sugar in this. Aside from the ones that I put the chocolate on, there is zero sugar in this, guys. Zero. It's coconut and peanut butter. Well, and corn syrup. There is corn syrup. So I guess that's a sweetener. But okay, very limited sugar. And maybe you could live without the corn syrup. Who knows? Maybe you could do it without the corn syrup. And it would still be good. Cheers, guys. This is great. Okay, guys, that's it. That's Back to Basics with Mandy, and company is coming, and we're sure ready for them. We got 3 squares in the freezer ready to put on a tea at any moment. And next week is going to be a little bit more difficult. The square is a little bit more intense than this coconut roll. It is Midnight Mints. 3 layers, guys. 3 layers. So you don't want to miss that, because Midnight Mints is an old standby that I'm sure everybody's heard of and everybody loves. Okay, we'll see you next time. God bless and take care.